What's going on, y'all? Coming back with another one. Today, somebody asked me to do this song, so Hero by Mariah Carey, coming in the key of E flat. Alright, so, beginning. Alright, so start off. That's a E major, B, E, A flat. On top of it, E in your bass. Then it does the walk, and that's pretty much what she says. This is just playing on keyboard. So what you have is alright, so that's E, D flat, G flat, E, E flat, E. And what your bass is gonna do is gonna walk down from E to the E flat to the D. Okay? So you have that's the E major chord on top of E. Walk it down. Alright. So then the bass walks down E to the that's D flat to the B to the G. Alright, and you're gonna play the same thing that you just played in your right hand. So what you have is E, then when you get to the G, what your right hand is gonna do is gonna walk from G to the D flat to the E flat to the E. So you have then it goes to a, what that is a B in the bass on top of an E major chord. I just did mine inverted. That's that's A flat, B, E. Then it goes to a A major. That's A in the bass, and you have A, D flat, and E. Then it walks up to the B, and you're gonna do a B major. That's just a transition chord to go back to the top of the song, which is B, E flat, and G flat. So that whole intro. That's when it comes into that. So what that is there's a hero, and you're gonna remember this chord right here. We're gonna be doing this a lot. This is the E major chord, and what your bass is gonna do is you're walking the bass down from E to the D to the D flat to the B, and what you're gonna have is for the first three for the E, D, and the D flat, you're gonna keep that same E major chord. There's a I'm sorry. Instead of going to that B, you're gonna go down to the G. The A first, then you're gonna go to the B. Okay, so you're 1, 2. That's the E on top of the E major on top of the D. I like to add 5-finger chords, so all I'm doing is that's a B, E, G flat, A flat, and a B at the end. That's all I'm doing. And then walk it down. That's the same. That's the E major on top of the D flat. Then you'll go to the A major. Then go to the B. So all that is there's a long run. When you look inside yourself hard, Then you're gonna go back to the top. That's the transition. Remember the transition chord. So you're gonna go back to the E. Then you're gonna go to a D major on top of the that G flat. Now you can play this two different ways. You can do with adding the D. I like to do mine with the just to give it a little flavor with the D flat, but you don't have to do that. You can just do the D, but that's G flat on top of the G flat in the bass, G flat in the bass. Then you're gonna have D, G flat, A, and a D flat. Okay. Then you're gonna go to a G major chord. So that's G major, G in the bass, 5-finger chord, D. Depending on how you want to do it, I just do mine without the thumb trick. That's D, D, G, A, E, and D. So what you have is inside your heart. Then you'll go to the B major chord as we've been doing. That's just the transition to go back to the top. So then you go when the hero comes along, and what that is it's the same. The bass is doing the same thing. Instead, you're gonna chord it instead of what you were doing in a minute. So that's an E major. When you walk it down, that's a B major on top of that D flat. I mean that E flat. That's B, E flat, and G flat. Go back to it. Walk it down. That's the same thing you're doing. The B major on top of a B. G major on top of G. What we did. That's the transition. That's that right there. When the hero comes along, strength to carry on. Then you go that. That's that E major on top of the B. We did that earlier when we was doing. That's that part. Alright, then you go back to that. Then you go to the transition. Alright, so that's pretty much then from there the vamp. So what that is you're gonna hold it. You got to hold that part. Then it goes C major. That's G, C, D, E, G. Then you're gonna, depending on how you want to do it, I keep switching my chords. So I don't like to do the same chord. So that's that. But the basis of the chord is C major. Then you have a walk your bass down from C to the B, and you have a G major chord on top of that. That's G, B, D. Keep that same chord, and you'll walk your bass down from the B to the G. Then that's that D major chord, which is D in the bass, A, D, and a G flat. So then what it goes from there is I'm sorry. And so that's all you doing is the same two chords. Then you're gonna hit that chord again. And you're basically gonna just walk from B, the G to the D. Simple. I'm sorry, I'm missing one chord. I'm sorry. What you have is. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry, I messed up. What you have is you'll go from here. Then what you're gonna do is, then what you're gonna walk it down from. That's B, A, E to the D. That's what I messed up at. Then what you're gonna do is, now you can chord that that G if you would like, and then go to the. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just, then I just what I do is sometimes I just do it like that. But you can't chord that G and go to there. So that whole part right there is then it goes to I'm sorry. Alright, so after that, do it again. Then all it does is it goes. That's when it just goes back to the top. That's just a transition chord. You go to the G. Then when the hero comes along, when you need help, the strength to carry on. Alright, so then towards the end, what it's doing, and then when it comes, then she just, then it goes, that's all it is. It's a very simple song, simple chords. So I hope this helps y'all out. Sorry for the mistakes, and if you need help with any other song, comment or leave a message, and I will be sure to get to your song.